In this video we're going to cover off how to fit and operate a tilt ditching bucket. So the first step of actually fitting your tilt ditching bucket, other than manoeuvring it into position so your pins are nicely lined up with the quick hitch, is actually what to do with the hoses. Now the most important thing about this is so you can see as much of the hose as you can. The last thing you want to be doing is actually trapping your hose in the quick hitch itself. So what I'm going to do is just lay them inside the bucket like so, but just cross them over so the majority of the hose is actually visible while I'm sat in the cab of the machine. Now obviously we do have a quick hitch fitted to this machine, however if we weren't using a quick hitch, what we would do is take the bucket pins out of the bucket and then lower the H-link itself in position of the back pin there and then put that bucket pin back through. However, if we're using the quick hitch, we're actually going to pick up the front pin first instead.
Stand clear, coupler system activated.
So now we've got the bucket picked up on the machine, what we're actually going to do is lift the arm so we're disengaging the hydraulics and just move the right hand stick. All this is going to do is just help relieve some of the pressure from the auxiliary lines on the excavator and then switch the machine off. So now the next step is to fit the hydraulic hoses to the auxiliary lines themselves. So we've got the male end of the flat face coupling here and the female end of the quick coupling here, and we definitely should have watched our how to measure a hose length video, which can be found in the card here, because these are definitely too long. However, for the purpose of this video, all we're going to do is line it up, and once you start feeling it go, just need to push it up. This can actually take quite a bit of force, especially if the flat face couplings themselves are worn or covered in muck. They can take quite a bit of pressure to push in. Now the next step is just to do the same. So I've got the female end here onto the male end. Once again, these hoses are way too long for this machine. However, the next step is just making sure that your hoses are in a position where they're not going to catch on anything or rub on anything while you're actually using the excavator. So like this one for example stuck out, if we just twist it up here, we can then just tuck it back in like that. Now we don't have to do it on this Kubota, however on some excavators you do actually need to activate the auxiliary lines in the control panel of your machine. This is also where you can set flow rate, just so you can control the tilting back and forth a little bit easier. So if you don't actually use your auxiliary lines very often for a breaker as such, then what I would do is just make sure that your pedal is nicely greased. As you can see on this one, it is a little bit sticky, which does make it harder to control the tilting movement of the excavator bucket. However, this is how you would be tilting your left and the right side. Now, if you use the left hand side and it tilts right, what you might have to do is just swap over the hydraulic lines on the excavator itself or on the cylinder of the tilt ditching bucket. Or on some excavators you can actually use a computer to direct the auxiliary lines to a toggle switch on the back of one of your joysticks, if that is the way you would prefer to use the machine. So there you have it, you should now have your tilt ditching bucket successfully fitted to your excavator. Remember to subscribe to the Rhinox YouTube channel so you don't miss another video.